Well, that one side does look obviously bad, but the other side is narrated by DJ Drama, so do you want to have that going on for the rest of your life when you're just walking down that path? Gangsta Grizzles! What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're an indie artist looking for an album review and some promo, you can hit up Luke at redmattersite.com. And what I have for you boys and girls today is my review for Big KRIT's new mixtape, It's Better This Way. Now, this shit came completely out of the blue, and I was happy to see that it dropped because it's his first release since Cadillactica, and right from the start, Big KRIT is hitting us with exactly what we want to hear. Not counting DJ Drama screaming and yelling shit all over some of these songs. Now, on the first song, King Part 4, he drops one tenacious verse over some jazzy production and spits about his rise in the rap game and his love for hip-hop, among some other things. And then on the next song, 86, we get one of those quintessential classic Big KRIT car anthems, where we get a pimptastic bass line and some flossy bars about Monte Carlos and Cadillacs. And we all know flossin' is nothing new to Big KRIT, as he reminds us once again on Peace on Chain, where he's spitting some lines about his chain, obviously, and also saying that he's fucking with women who are busty. And I gotta give him bonus points for making use of the word busty, because you never hear that in your everyday life, especially in rap music. Usually what you hear is just, that girl got some big ass titties. Now, KRIT also hits us with that soulful style on the song Vanilla Sky, and I really like this one a lot because we get one of those sang-in Big KRIT hooks, and it puts off a little bit of Outkast vibes if you ask me. In his bars, KRIT is spitting about wanting to go back to Africa to reconnect with his roots and find the meaning of life, and this introspective and insightful content is nothing new from Big KRIT, because he's been bringing this his whole career. On the song Party Tonight, he touches on gun violence and how stupid it is, and also a couple lines about racism. So this track kind of surprised me, because with a title like Party Tonight, I was kind of expecting some bangerific shit, but he completely flipped the script on us, and this one has more of a mellow vibe, and his bars are thoughtful. Then, on Can't Be Still, BJ the Chicago Kid jumps on there to help out with some vocals. And KRIT once again gets insightful and vows to pimp Def Jam for whatever he can because he knows his worth. And it's good to know your worth, because some of these labels will just milk you and then you'll end up probably on a milk carton. Like Jaquan. The title track deals with a similar idea, as Big KRIT is spitting on here about how it's better this way, referring to how he makes his music the way that he wants to make it, and he wants to be successful based off of making quality music and being himself, not doing dumb shit like leaking a sex tape or beefing with other rappers just to get attention. And that's one of the things that I really respect about Big KRIT. He actually seems like the type of artist who cares about the art of hip-hop and making great music. He's not out there just to fuck around and put his name out there in any way that he can. But one of the most surprising moments to me on this mixtape is the song Shake 'Em Off, where Big KRIT reworks an old Ludacris song called Catch Up. Ludacris and K-Camp come along for the ride, and I didn't care too much for K-Camp's part. It wasn't awful, but it didn't stick out to me. But Ludacris, man, Ludacris has brought some heat this year, if you ask me. Ludaversal was a dope album. He's had some nice features here and there. And on this track, too, he's still bringing that fire. So I don't know why some people still think that he fell off. He might not be making those smash hits that he made at the start of his career. I mean, most artists, when they've been around as long as him, can't do that. But I still think Luda is a hip-hop heavyweight. That's just my personal opinion. I liked his newest album, and he can still spit. So it was cool to see Big KRIT put him on here and rework one of Ludacris's old songs. But another feature that surprised me on here is Warren G on the song No Static. All he does on this one is the hook, but I was still surprised to see his name on here because Warren G keeps it pretty low-key. Like, he's not one of these artists who you see producing for a lot of other rappers or popping up on other rappers' songs to spit some fire bars. You just don't really see Warren G that often. So it was cool that he got to do the hook on this song, and I did like this track because it has that smooth and mellow Southern funk vibe to it. It's just some wavy shit to lean back in your car to and drive. 10 and 2. So the only complaint that I have about this mixtape really is that it just sounds like more of the same, more or less. But if I'm being honest, this is the type of shit that I want to hear from Big KRIT, so I still have this one at a 4 out of 5. The only two songs I found questionable were Keep It Boomin'. I just found that one to be boring, and it paled in comparison to the rest of the other tracks. And the song In the Darkness featuring Wolf McShulish, I don't even know how to say his last name. It's just a bunch of letters mushed together. That song just seemed out of place, mostly because of the auto-tune, and the beat was a little bit weird to me. It almost had this sound effect that sounded a bit like it was from house music or trance music, just the main effect in the beat. It's not trash, just kind of weird and didn't really fit in. Now this mixtape is nowhere near as dynamic as Cadillactica, but I guess you could argue that that's the difference between a mixtape and an album. But then again, this mixtape is better than a lot of artists' albums, at least in my opinion it is. I just really respect how Big KRIT can make some smooth and bassy hustle anthems like How About That Money and Got Me Through, and then also hit us up with some introspective bars and nice shit to actually make us think. He puts a lot of effort into his music, and I think he's one of the most balanced and most consistent rappers out there right now. But that's just what I think about Big KRIT and what I thought about this mixtape. Make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff, where you like my videos, you share them, you follow me on Twitter, you retweet the videos, and you especially subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you think about Big KRIT, what do you think about this mixtape, and if you have any Q&A questions for me, get them in, because I'm going to be doing a video for that very soon. Well, as soon as I get enough questions to make a good chunk of video. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.